Here are the video solutions for City and Guilds Functional Skills Maths Level 1. This is section 1, which is the non-calculator section, and this is from sample paper 2. So question number 1, we want to divide this number by 100. So we're going to be making it smaller. When we're dividing by 100, we are moving the decimal 2 positions because there are 2 zeros in 100. And if we're making it smaller, then that means we are moving the decimal point to the left. So if it starts here, then it will end at 1, 2, so 8.467. Okay, so the volume of the cuboid is 24 cubic centimetres and we want to work out its depth. Now 3 times by 4 times by d is, that's what we would do to work out this volume. So 3 times 4 times d equals 24. Now 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 lots of d is 24, so therefore d is going to be 24 divided by 12, so d is 2. And we can double check that. 3 times by 4 times by 2, 3 4s are 12, times it by 2, we get 24. Perfect. Okay, so question 3 says 9 squared, so that means 9 multiplied by 9, and 9 9s are 81. Question number 4, this question is testing our understanding of BIDMAS. So here we've got subtraction and we have multiplication. Multiplication happens first, so 5 times by 2 is 10, so the question is 18, take away 10, so the answer is 8. Which of the above has an angle of 180 degrees? Well, 180 degrees is a straight line, so that is therefore D. This is a right angle, which is 90 degrees. This is less than a right angle, so less than 90. This is greater than a right angle, so greater than 90, but we don't know what it is. And this is the only one that is 180. As I said, it's a straight line. Write 246,805 in figures. So we need to remember that when we've got the word thousand, or million, or billion, or trillion, that is a comma. And that helps when we're writing, when we're trying to read numbers. So I'm just write a number at random here. So if I go from right to left, after every 3 I'm going to put in a comma, 1 2 3 comma 1 2 3 comma. So this is thousand, million, billion. So 123 billion, 456 million, 622,344. So it's all about our ability to read a 3-digit number and say billion, million, thousand. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to write 246. 1000 is a comma, and I'm going to write 805. There we go. And if you want, you can take the comma out if you don't like the commas. You can put a space if you prefer, or not. There we go. What is 2/5 as a decimal? Writing decimals is easy if we're talking about tenths, or 100ths, or 1000ths. So can I convert 2/5 into tenths? Yes, I can. The number on the bottom has doubled. So for an equivalent fraction, I need to multiply the number on the top by 2 as well, so that is 4/10. When we're talking tenths, that is 1 decimal place, so that is 0.4, and that is answer A. Okay, minus 6 plus 4, let's just do a number line. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. So we know that if we're adding, we're going this way up the number line, and if we're subtracting, we are going down this way. So we're starting at negative 6 and we are adding 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 takes us to negative 2. So what is the range of these weights? So we need to remember that the range is the biggest, take away the smallest. So the biggest to me is 84 and the smallest is 27. 4 minus 7 can't be done, so 8 becomes 7, 4 becomes 14. 14 take away 7 is 7, 7 take away 2 is 5, so that is a range of 57 kilos. Okay, so what is the total attendance? 19,417 home, 2,648 away. Add these together. 7 plus 8 is 15, carry the 1, 4, 5, 6, 10, carry the 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, carry the 1, 2. So 22065. So units, tens, 100s. So if we're rounding to the nearest 100, we're interested in the value that is in the tens column. And if this number is 5 or more, then the column to the left will move up by 1. Well, 6 is greater than 5, so the 0 will become a 1. So it's going to be 2, 2, 1, and everything after that will then simply be a 0. So 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. Question number 11. So 25 and under, so it includes 25, so 26 is the start of the next one going up to 35. So 35-year-olds will be in this one. So the next one must be 36 up to, well, one less than 46, which is 45. 55s are in this bracket here. So 56 is the start of this range. But this is the only one where the 65s are in this category. So this will have to be take away 1 from 65, which is 64. Okay, let's have a look at number 12. So we know there's 135 men to 270 women, so I can write that as a ratio of 135 to 270. Now, I didn't spot this immediately, so I wouldn't expect you to either. So both of these numbers are divisible by 5. So what is 135 divided by 5? 13 divided by 5 is 2 with a remainder of 3. 35 divided by 5 is 7. So 27, divide this by 5. Normally I'd do my bus stop working somewhere else. I'm being a bit lazy here. 27 divided by 5 is 5 with a remainder of 2. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So 27 to 54. Now both these numbers are in the 9 times table. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 54 divided by 9 is 6. Both of these numbers are in the 3 times table. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So the ratio is 1 to 2. So there is double the number of women. And actually looking back, yes, I should have seen that 135 doubled is 270, or 270 halved is 135. Seems obvious now, didn't at the time. Question number 13. So how many sections are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of the 12, how many 5s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the probability is 4/12. But this fraction can be simplified. We can half the number on the top and the bottom, and we can do the same again. So the probability is 1/3. And this is the end of section 1. Here are the video solutions for City and Guilds Functional Skills Maths Level 1. This is section 2, which is the calculator section, and this is the sample paper number 2. So question number 1, what is the mean of these numbers? So for the mean, what we need to do is add them up. So 15 plus 24 plus 16 plus 18 plus 21, that is a total of 94. And we are dividing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 94 divided by 5 is 18.8. So 18.8 is the mean. Draw a square with sides of 2 centimetres. Well, if you measure each square, we can see that this is 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre. So a 2 by 2 is just 2 of these squares by 2 of these squares. Nice and easy. There we go. So that is 2 centimetres, and that is 2 centimetres as well. No need to label it there. Question number 3. Write 33 over 8 as a mixed number. So remember that this line in a fraction means divide. So what is 33 divided by 8? How many 8s go into 33? 8 goes into 33 4 times, and there is 1 left over. So that is 4 and 1/8. There we go. So 4 and 1/8. Question number 4. Which of the following lists is in increasing order? So we've got 52, 53, 50 and 55. Which is the lowest of these? Well, that is the 5 followed by the 0. So that is the smallest. The next smallest, we've got a 2, a 3 and a 5. So it's the 2, so 52%. Then what's smaller, 53 or 55? So it's 53, then 55. So we can see it's not A. So 50, 52, 53, 55, that is B. Question number 5. 140 multiplied by something is 8,400. So therefore 8,400 divided by 140 gives us our something. And 8,400 divided by 140 is 60. And we can double check that. 140 times by 60, what does it give us? It gives us 8,400, so we know we've definitely got this one right. A student states that 540 centimetres is the same as 54 metres. Okay, well we know that 1 metre equals 100 centimetres, so when we're changing metres to centimetres we are multiplying by 100. So 54 metres is 54 times by 100, which is 5,400 centimetres, and 5,400 is not the same as 540, so are they correct? No. Question number 7. So we've been given this formula here. So the amount put into the account is £2,500 and the interest rate is a decimal. So to change a percentage to a decimal we divide by 100, and 5 divided by 100 is 0.05. So 2,500 multiplied by 0.05, that is how to work out 5% of an amount, and 2,500 multiplied by 0.05 is £125. So this is the amount of interest, so all we need to do is add that on. So 2,500 plus 125, so that is £2,625. Okay, on to question number 8. So this standing charge, it doesn't matter how long your journey is, if you're travelling 100 miles or 100 centimetres, you will always be charged that £5. And on top of that, you'll be charged £1.50 per mile. So we're travelling 12.2 miles. So on top of the £5, it's 12.2 lots of £1.50. So let's work out what 12.2 times by £1.50 is. That is £18.30. And adding on top of that the £5 standing charge, that is £23.30. Question number 9. A student receives 2 loans. One is for 9,153 and the other is 8,944. Approximately a half is spent on tuition and a quarter on accommodation. So he spent a half plus 1 quarter. Well, we know that a half is 2 quarters, so we've got 2 quarters plus 1 quarter, which is 3 quarters. So 3 quarters has been spent, so therefore 1 quarter left. So 1 quarter of what? So the total is 9,153 plus 8,944, and that comes to 18,097. Now it does say here approximately, so we're doing an approximation, even though we can use a calculator for this question and get it exact. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to call that 18,000 divided by 4, and 18,000 divided by 4 is £4,500. Okay, so for this question we need to work out the area here. So it's going to be the area of the whole thing minus the area of the door. So 4 times by 3.25 is 13 square meters. Okay, and the door, the area of the door is 0.9 multiplied by 2, which is 1.8 square meters. So therefore the only bit that he needs to paint is 13, take away 1.8, and that is 11.2 square meters to paint. He's got 12 square meters worth of paint, so do they have enough paint? Yes, and I never really understand why we still need to have an explanation. 11.2 meters squared is needed, and he has 12 meters squared. Seems a bit unnecessary, but there we go. Okay, so we know that 1 square is 50, so 2 squares is 100, so that's 100, 200, 350 meters, 100, 200, 250 meters. So we are going to work out the perimeter, which is going to be 350 plus 250 plus another 350 plus another 250. So that is a perimeter of 1,200 meters. Now he's going to go around the field 5 times. So we want 1,200 meters times by 5, which is 6,000 metres, and we want this in kilometres. Well, 1 kilometre is 1,000 metres. So when we're going from kilometres to metres, we multiply by 1,000. So if we're going in the other direction, we divide by 1,000, and 6,000 divided by 1,000 is 6 kilometres. Okay, so if 85% pay for the event, then 15% goes to the projects, to the community projects. Let's put community, because 100% take away 85% is 15%. Okay, so we know that this is the total number of tickets, and this is the number of adult tickets, so the rest are for children. So child tickets is 5062 take away 3484, and that comes to 1578. So the cost of the child tickets is going to be 1578 times by £12, and that is 18936. And the cost of the adult tickets, oops, can't read my writing very well there, is the 3484 multiplied by 18, and that comes to, write it under here, 62712. So the total from tickets, let me just create a bit more space, so total ticket sales is 62712 plus the 18936 from the children, and that comes to 81,648, and 15% goes to the community. The multiplier for 15% is 0.15. It's the decimal equivalent of 15%. It's 15 divided by 100, and 0.15 multiplied by 81648 is sorry, can't read my writing, 1224720. So there we go, 12247 and 20 pence. Okay, so for question number 13, first of all I'm going to work out the volume of this tub, and the volume is the 3 dimensions multiplied together. So it's 0.5 multiplied by 1.8 multiplied by 0.25. So therefore the volume is 0.225 cubic meters. And we know that 1 cubic meter is 1,000 litres. So when we're going from cubic meters to litres, we are multiplying by 1,000. So 0.225 cubic meters times by 1,000 is 225 litres. Okay, so we need 225 litres of compost, and it comes in 50 litre bags. So how many 50s go into 225? Well, 225 divided by 50 is 4.5. You can't buy 0.5 of a bag. 4 bags is not enough, so that is going to have to be 5 bags. Okay, so question number 14. So we need to put these scores into 3 suitable groups. So we can see the maximum is 30 and the minimum is 3. So I'd put it into groups of 0 to 10, 11 to 20, and 21 to 30. So how many 0 to 10 are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11 to 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 21 to 30 is the rest, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So we want to present this information in a suitable chart or graph, so I'm going to use a bar chart, and we can see the maximum value is 9. So given the space here, I'm going to go up in 2, so 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And since I'm going to have 3 bars, I've got plenty of space, so this will be 0 to 10 up to this point here. Then I'm going to have a gap, This will be 11 to 20 from here to here, followed by another gap, and my final group, which is the 21 to 30, will be here. So it's 5, 6 and then 9. So the first one is 5, so up to here. Better if you use a ruler, of course. The next one was 6, so that's up to this line here. Don't have to shade them in, of course. 9 is up to here. Okay, so just a couple of things to be mindful of. The bars need to be the same width, and if you're leaving a space in between them, which you might as well do because there's plenty of space, make sure that the width between the bars is equal as well. And we are done. No, we're not quite done. We need to label. The axes. So this is going to be the scores in a maths test. And these numbers up here represent the frequency, or perhaps even easier to understand is just the number of students. I'll just abbreviate it to studs. There we go. Okay, so question number 15. We are comparing the school's data to the target, which was 65%, and the national average. Okay, and we're only interested in grade 4 and above. So how many were grade 4 or above? So that's going to be 55 plus 27 plus 22 plus 18 plus 11 plus 7. And that is 140. Out of a total of how many? Well, we know that all of this, that's 140. So if I add to 140, 27, 22 and 11, that is 200. Now we need to turn this into a percentage. So to turn a fraction into a percentage, it is the top divided by the bottom multiplied by 100, so that is 70%. So the target is 65%, the actual was 70%. So has the target been met? Yes, and the explanation is target was 65%, actual was 70%. And was it better than the national average? Well, what was the national average? So we're looking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So we're adding up these percentages. So 22% plus 18% plus 12% plus 10% plus 7% plus 4%. That is 73%. So the school was 70%, nationally it was 73%. So is it better than the national average? No. National average was 73%. The school was 70%. There we go. And that takes us to the end of this section.